faculty members from the English department asked me to launch the Sri Krishna Aditya Talks series, and I was wondering what to talk and on which topic I can address. As a principal of Sri Krishna Aditya College of Arts and Science, I thought, why don't I speak on how to be an inspiring teacher, or how to be an inspiring individual. So when a teacher enters into the class, she or he touches the lives of many students in that class. They have a huge role of building the nation in the future, as the students are the pillars of our great India in future. They are going to be the pillars of future India. So we have the huge responsibility of molding them, grooming them, guiding them to be a good human being, a good graduate who can serve the society. So I appeal to the teachers not to take the teaching profession as a job, but think that it is a service, it is the responsibility to serve the society, and then inspiring the students and guiding them, molding them to be a responsible citizen. And then you will become, rather than teaching what is given in the syllabus, going to the class and teaching, when we are educating the students to realize their responsibility as a citizen of India, then we will become the inspiring leaders for the students. And when I was thinking about this, I thought, who is going to be an inspiring teacher? When we have the ability to inspire our students to change the better version of themselves, then definitely we are the inspiring teachers. Let us think how many of us are the role model to our students. How many students take us as their role model? And then if at least for 10 to 20% of the students are going to think or take us as their role model, then we will definitely be an inspiring teachers. And when I thought of this, then I thought of sharing, because when I saw the YouTube, I saw a story told by Gopal Das, which really touched my heart. I thought of sharing it here with you people. A king was given two beautiful, magnificent falcons by the king of the other country. Then the king has given those two falcons to the trainer, the expert who can train them to fly. But after 2 months, the expert, the trainer came and told to the king that one of the falcon learned so fast and that was flying in the sky majestically. But then the other falcon, he tried a lot, but he could not make it to fly, as the bird was not ready to do so, and that's not accepting his training. Then the king told the ministers to find out people, the magicians and the healers, to train this falcon. They also tried and failed. Then again the king told the ministers, please find a person who knows the nature better, who understands the animals and birds. Then the next day, the king saw the falcon flying in his garden. Then he was surprised, and then he called the ministers and asked, who is the man who did it? Then they brought a farmer to him. And when the king asked him how he has made it, he simply said, I just cut the branch where this falcon was sitting. So all of us are really, and we feel that whatever we do now, we don't want to change the routine of what we have learned. So we want to be in the comfort zone. We are not ready to accept the changes. So when we are ready to come out of that comfort zone, I'm sure we will be an inspiring teacher. Rather than now, we have to understand the days are changing. Now, in fact, we have gone for online teaching. So we too should adopt to that all the advanced technologies, and we should learn even then how to inspire our students. There will be plenty of opportunities in life. How we are utilizing for our growth, that decides our future. I was not born in a family with a silver spoon. And both of my parents were uneducated. And my father lost his mother at the age of 2 and his father at the age of 8. But here he on his own came up in life and given us good education. And I was the first to get graduation in my village, particularly the first woman graduate. And when everybody, because you all know that in 1980s how the people will think when the girls go out to study. So, because it's a village, everybody told that you should not send your daughter to college for education, but my father did not listen to anybody and he had the determination to make me study and get my post-graduation. And then because of him only, what I am today is come, it is purely because of my father. And then after completing my post-graduation, when I came out of the college and joined for MPhil in Barware University, I had an opportunity here. I just applied and got an opportunity to work in Sri Krishna Group of Institution. And now, in fact, I never thought in my life till 1986 that I will become a teacher. But then I got an opportunity and I started loving it. So this is what I just I want to stress on it, that we will not get whatever we love to do in our life. So we have to love whatever we get and whatever we do. That is how I did it. And then now as I joined this institution as an instructor and as an assistant professor, and then the HOD, Dean, and now the principal of Sri Krishna Aditya College of Arts and Science. So always, so this is, you can take it from me that when you start loving what you are doing, then definitely the success will be with us. We will achieve whatever we want in our life. We have lot of potentials and which are yet to be discovered. And we should not go into the comfort zone. We should adapt to the new changes. Only then we will grow, and not only we, our students also will grow along with us. The institution will grow along with the students and faculty members. So always think that rather than being in the comfort zone, how we are going to come out and whether we are ready to take the risks and then do things whatever we love to do. And one thing that again I just want to stress on is, in life we will not get whatever we love to have it. Then it's not at all the life, because in life it's not only for me or for you or for others. Whatever we love, definitely it's not that 100% we get it. But when we start doing things and with that is we love what we do, then certainly the success is in our way. And we have to teach our students how to achieve their goals. But for that, we should know how to achieve our goals. Setting a goal is very easy, but then achieving it, of course, it takes a lot of hard work, determination and dedication. Once we have that determination, dedication to achieve the goal and put on a lot of hard work, then definitely nobody can prevent achieving our goals. So all of us should think that we should not divert ourselves. We should not yield to the criticism. We should not think that what this person will speak, what the other person will speak about it. If we yield to that, then we cannot achieve what we want. If we think that what we are doing is right and it's not going to harm others, we have to do it. We should not deviate, and till we achieve our goal, we should not stop at any point yielding to the criticism of others. So always have one thing in mind, that 100% dedication, determination and hard work is there in us, then success and achieving the goal is definitely not impossible. It is possible, because as we all know that even impossible says I'm possible. So have that in mind, and always think that the culture of determination, dedication and then the 100% hard work that is to be taught to our students, and we have to be a role model and we have to educate them that success will not just come on our way only by hard work and determination and dedication. It can be achieved. This is what we have to inculcate in the minds of youngsters, and that definitely they will be a good human being in life, and they will be the future pillars of building our great nation, India. And so my advice to all my colleagues is that rather than being just a mediocre teacher, be an inspiring teacher. Thank you.